I'm Kim Block. An amazing rescue in Casco Bay after a car careens out of control and crashes into the ocean along Portland's waterfront. Greg Lagerquist joins us now with more on how that car ended up in the water.
Yeah, quite a story, Kim. Portland's fire chief tells us a woman driving along India Street went right through the intersection there with Commercial Street, and then she went through a fence across the Ocean Gateway terminal before crashing right through a barrier and right into the ocean there. The fire chief tells us witnesses nearby helped to save that elderly woman's life. Our own Giovanna Bouchard is standing by live in Portland with that part of the story. Amazing details on this, Giovanna.
Oh, it really is, Greg. This is one of the fences here we want to show you that the woman crashed through. It is down. Second fence here that you talked about is back up. The third fence where you see the orange back there. Quite a story as witnesses, police, fire quickly jumped into the frigid water, only 60 degrees, to rescue the 84-year-old woman. Witnesses say they saw the car coming crashing through the intersection of India and Commercial, landing in the water. That's when they alerted a nearby foot patrol of Portland police officers. They quickly rushed to the rescue, and by that time there were already several bystanders in the water, good Samaritans, just trying to get the woman out of her vehicle.
I just kind of reacted like I think anyone else would have done, and just kind of was scared, but a lot of people out here to help, and it was good. A lot of people reacted very quickly.
The gal that saved the woman that jumped in, and then two other men that jumped in, she had a blanket or something on her because she was all wet, and I asked her, were you the gal that saved her? And she goes, yes, her. Just as the woman was to go under, she pulled her out of the back window, and then two other men helped her and they got her to shore.
The vehicle sank quickly, and that's why dive teams then went into the water to make sure no one else was inside. Now, police tell us in this kind of instance, seconds matter, and they are so grateful that those good Samaritans saw the police, called 911, and then jumped in the water themselves to help this woman out. We are told that she was semi-conscious when she was pulled out of that vehicle. Her name and exact condition have not yet been released. We also don't know tonight yet why she went through that stop sign and ended up in the water. Reporting live in Portland tonight, Giovanna Bouchard, News 13.
Just incredible acts of bravery there tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, take care, thanks. Well, the state medical examiner's office says the man from the town of Cushing who was killed last night died from multiple gunshot wounds. State police say 48-year-old Richard Mills was killed at his home.
Tonight, a Tennant's Harbor man is charged with murder in connection with the death. Our Steve Roldan has the latest on the investigation and reaction from those who knew the victim.
Well, as you can see behind me, Maine State Police are still securing the crime scene here in the town of Cushing. What we do know is one man was shot and killed, and another one is in custody charged with this murder. And as of right now, State Police are not saying anything about a motive.
He was awful good, nice guy. I really can't get it off of my mind.
It shocks me. I don't know what happened, but you know, something went wrong.
Neighbors are speaking out after finding out what happened at this home in Cushing. Maine State Police say 48-year-old Richard Mills was killed here last night.
Nowadays, you just never know. I mean, I don't know if it was a random act or what.
Investigators charged this man, 40-year-old Andrew Kierstead of Tennant's Harbor, with murder. State police detectives have been interviewing neighbors and sifting through the evidence taken from the crime scene.
Well, the night before he got killed, we had talked, and then I heard about killing down here, and I called Richard on the recorder.
You did that.
And I said, Richard, I hope you're all right. And I said, call me back. And he never called me back, and he was dead.
I've lived here my whole life, and he's a quiet guy, and you know, doesn't bother anybody, and it shocked me. I mean, he has no kids or no wife, so you know, to see something like that there, it was a shock.
Now, Mills's body has been taken to the state medical examiner's office in Augusta for an autopsy. Meantime, Maine State Police say their investigation into this murder continues. That's the latest here in the town of Cushing. Steve Roldan, News 13.
Kierstead, the man charged, is being treated for a medical condition at Penn Bay Medical Facility in Rockland. Once he recovers, he'll be taken to the Knox County Jail.
We are following some breaking news from Gorham, where there are a lot of upset parents tonight. That's because this guy a local man who volunteers with children has been arrested on child sex charges. Gorham police say 2 female victims who are under the age of 12 came forward recently to say they were sexually abused by Michael Emerson. Emerson has 2 homes, one on Middle Beach Road on Fry Island and another on Dow Road in Gorham. He has also worked with kids in that area, and if you suspect Emerson may have had contact with your child, local police want to hear from you. Emerson is facing 6 counts of unlawful sexual contact. He is free on bail tonight.
A plan to send some kids from Windham to schools in Raymond is under attack tonight.
The district says the plan is a way to ease overcrowding in Windham schools and help declining enrollment in Raymond. News 13's Brad Rogers is in Windham with the story.
Even though Windham and Raymond are separated by this town line, the 2 towns are now one school district. Right now there's a proposal, though, to sort of move this town line 2 miles to the south to get more Windham students to go to Raymond schools.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about that. It's a complete shock to me.
Kelly Gibson hadn't heard a thing about the plan that would make her son Hunter switch schools next year. School District RSU 14, serving Windham and Raymond, is proposing a redistricting, which would only affect students in grades K through 8 who live on the north end of Windham. The plan would force all students living on or north of Whitesbridge Road and Anglers Road to go to schools in Raymond instead. Then, upon entering high school, they would return to Windham.
I think it should be a choice, like when you live on a town line, you know, what town do you want to register in?
Jamie White has children in grade school and high school who are now just yards away. If this plan goes through, they'd be several miles apart.
If my son can stay in Windham, I'm even willing to drive him to and from school to be able to keep him in the district because we're like right on the border.
RSU 14 officials say the redistricting is needed because Windham Middle School and the elementary schools in Windham are overcrowded. It's just the opposite in Raymond, where there are actually empty, unused classrooms because of declining enrollment. A school board member told me Windham and Raymond are now one school district and that this is just a way to even out the enrollment at all their schools.
I mean, I understand the reasoning why and everything, but I just don't agree with it, not at all, and gonna fight for it.
There are 2 public forums coming up at the high school, one October 3rd, the other October 10th, to give people in Windham a chance to weigh in on this proposal. But the ultimate decision, though, will be the school boards. In Windham, Brad Rogers, News 13.
Now, families on the north end of Windham who would be affected by this have started a page on Facebook to band together. The superintendent was not available for comment, but you can learn more about this proposal by going to our website, WGME.com.
Police make an arrest in connection to a bank robbery in Berwick last week. This man, Michael D'Angelo, is charged with robbing the Kennebunk Savings Branch on School Street. He was taken into custody Wednesday night in Massachusetts. Investigators say D'Angelo dressed up as a woman when he robbed the Kennebunk Savings Bank branch last Friday. He's being held on a fugitive from justice charge and is expected to be brought back to Maine on Monday. A South Berwick town councilor is arrested after police say he violated a protection from abuse order. David Burke was arrested this morning for being inside his ex-wife's home. Police say this is the 2nd time that Burke has violated this protection order. Burke faces several charges stemming from both incidents, including burglary and domestic violence stalking. He is currently being held at York County Jail.
The police are charging an Augusta man with assault and endangering the welfare of a 2-month-old baby. This is 33-year-old Jedediah Watson. He's accused of withholding care and nourishment from his infant daughter. Police say it happened between September and November of last year. Watson is currently being held at the Kennebec County Jail. Well, Hall Elementary School in Portland will remain closed for at least part of another week.
The school closed a couple weeks ago after a fire, so students will continue going to class at the Cathedral School at least through most of next week. Repairs are ongoing at Hall School, as they have been since a week ago Monday.
Now, right now, crews are doing environmental tests, and the school district plans to schedule a public forum to release the results of that. Officials say they hope to have the students back to Hall by next Friday.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charlie DePresti.
All right, welcome back, everyone. The weekend is here, and it's looking to be a pretty soggy one here in vacation land. The good news, I do not anticipate a steady, heavy rain on Saturday. Instead, it's just going to be cloudy with some drizzle and showers. Let's take a look at the 2-day forecast. Cloudy, showers, and drizzle tomorrow. Steadier rainfall. Well, yeah, that moves in on Sunday. 50s for highs on Saturday, closer to 60 degrees on Sunday. Let's take a look at temps right now. They leave a lot to be desired, don't they? Normal highs are in the 60s. We had a hard time getting out of the 50s today. 53 for a current temperature. When that that number and that number are very similar. We have nearly 100% relative humidity. Therefore, we have areas of fog developing tonight. So fog and drizzle, areas of showers. Steadiest rainfall should pretty much be gone by about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We still have some pretty good rain to deal with between now and then, though. This rain moving up from southwest to northeast. Steadiest rainfall along the coastal plain right now. Notice there are more bands off to our southwest. You're looking at a pretty good rain here for Portland, most of Cumberland County, and up into Kennebec and Androscoggin County. I want to zoom in a little bit closer. Another band of rain is pivoting up into our neck of the woods. This now in the seacoast, New Hampshire, southern portions of the state there. That's all starting to lift to the north, so we still have steady bands of rain to go through between about now and about midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. By tomorrow, we're just dealing with areas of showers and drizzle. Hey, what a soggy day today. Actually, the rainfall moved in a little bit sooner than originally anticipated. I figured around midday or so. It was actually raining in Portland by about 9, 10 o'clock this morning. So an ugly looking time lapse. That one, our Portland Skycam time lapse. Wider view of tonight's satellite radar composite shows an area of low pressure down in here. This is actually going to move up into the Gulf of Maine. This is our weather maker for this evening. As soon as this moves through, we will see some improvement, slight improvement, but some improvement for Saturday. The only problem here, we're going to see a front stall just offshore, and our next wave of low pressure is going to ride along it. Basically what's happening here, we have low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It's just going to spin through the weekend and really not get kicked out until early next week. That's why it's just going to stay unsettled for the next couple of days. Let's talk temps for a moment. Temps will start in the low 50s tomorrow. We warm into the mid 50s. That's it. Near 60 on Sunday. A little bit of a warm up Monday. And look at the temperatures next week. We should surge into the lower 70s, but that's not until Wednesday and Thursday. It's not bad. Normal highs are in the mid 60s, but we will be below that through the weekend. Now, hour by hour in Storm Tracker. Let's start off early tomorrow morning. Notice how all the steady rainfall is moving off to the northeast. Instead, tomorrow morning, we're left with a few periods of showers and a few areas of drizzle as we go through the afternoon. Note just a lot of clouds out there. There are a few showers still lingering. When we don't have the showers, we'll likely have light drizzle throughout the day. So if your plans take you outdoors, maybe you're heading over to the Cumberland Fair, or if you're just going out to any of the outdoor activities this weekend, just bring the rain jacket. I do not anticipate steady heavy rain on Saturday. Sunday, a different scenario. I don't think we're going to see torrential rainfall, but a steadier rain should be moving in by morning. Our next wave arrives around 7 o'clock in the morning. Periods of rain starting to move into the region with a steadier rainfall by afternoon. At least temps will be closer to 60 degrees on Sunday, but it looks to be a wet end to the weekend. Monday, some improvement. Wouldn't you know it, just in time to end the weekend, we're actually going to see a little bit of sun return that day. Temps will return to the 60s as well. Tuesday, our next disturbance will pass just to our south. We may get clipped a little bit of light rain late in the day on Tuesday. Wednesday begins our next warm-up, clearing skies that day near 70, low to mid 70s by Thursday and Friday. So if we can hang in there for a few days, we have a little light at the end of the tunnel as far as warmer temps go. But Greg and Kim, it's been a while since we've had a wet stretch of weather around here, and it appears to be in the cards this weekend. The good news in the forecast, the rain that we have right now, it's not going to continue tomorrow. It's more showers and drizzle on Saturday instead of heavier rain. So
right.
That's the good news.
We've always liked Mondays.
No, not really. But
we like this one.
I've already jumped ahead to next Thursday myself. But.
I'm with you, Kim. I'm with you. 70 sound nice right about now. It's cool, raw, and wet. I was actually considering lighting my wood stove today, and I might have to do that at some point.
Yes,
the overnight lows are really getting down there now.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Feels
that time
like
of year.
that kind of night. All right, and a good book weekend.
Yes.
All right, thanks,
well
Charlie.
said.